Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is day 2 of Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week, and today I wanted to talk about diet and nutrition with IBD. Living with inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD, means paying attention to what you eat because certain foods can help ease symptoms while other foods make symptoms worse. It can be a balancing act to make sure that your diet includes enough calories and nutrients so you're not at risk of being malnourished. Intestinal inflammation, IBD-related complications, and certain medications can make it difficult to maintain healthy nutrition. A few examples would be small intestine inflammation, which causes problems digesting food and absorbing nutrients, and large intestines, which is your colon and rectum, inflammation, which can cause problems absorbing water and electrolytes. Besides intestinal inflammation, some common symptoms of Crohn's and ulcerative colitis can also contribute to malnutrition. This can be severe diarrhea, which can cause dehydration, where your body may be depleted of fluids, nutrients, and electrolytes, abdominal pain and nausea, which can reduce your appetite and make it hard to consume enough calories and nutrients, rectal bleeding from ulcers in the intestines, which can lead to iron deficiency and anemia. And frequent bowel movements can cause you to cut back on what you're eating to avoid diarrhea and making several trips to the bathroom. It's always recommended to reach out to your healthcare and medical team. They can always test you for any deficiencies as far as vitamins and minerals. It's also good to avoid the foods that worsen these symptoms. It is really hard because a trigger for me was really greasy food and really spicy food. It just got things going in my intestines, made them really inflamed, and just not a good time. I didn't fully eliminate these foods. I did still eat them, but not in excess. I just knew that if I was gonna eat it, I was not gonna have a great time afterwards. Don't be me. It's hard to cut out those foods, but it is probably a lot better for your body if you do. Or if you practice like me and you just don't eat it all the time, just on occasion, and you just know that you're just not going to have a great time afterwards. So when it comes to diet, everyone's different. No single diet works the same for everyone. So for me, my GI suggested keeping a food journal, which was really helpful. It keeps track of what you're eating, your symptoms, how you're feeling. It especially was helpful when I was starting to flare up and when I was in flares, because I also was tracking my bowel movements as far as like how many times a day I was going. And then if I specifically knew that I ate something and I went a lot afterwards, it was kind of good to be like, okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't eat that as much or at all. So I recommend a food journal. You can talk to your doctor about it, but it was really helpful for me, and it was helpful to keep track because when I would see my GI for checkups, I could be like, hey, I'm going this many times a day. Things like that. If it was abnormal, I had a better track because brain fog, y'all, I forget things. And it was just more detailed and easy to talk to my doctor about what was going on. Also, your diet may be very different when you're in a flare versus when you're in remission. Sometimes patients with IBD may need a little help by taking nutritional supplements. I take calcium. That was recommended by my doctor after I had a bone scan, which showed that I was not in the normal range for bone density. I wasn't as far in the osteoporosis range, but I was in the abnormal range, which is considered osteopenia. So it's not as bad to be classified as osteoporosis, but it's not normal. So I take calcium to help with my bone density. I also had blood work recently done, and it showed that I'm low in B12. So I am taking a B12 supplement. We're gonna do that for a month and then test it again. And if it's still low, we're gonna move me to B12 injections instead of the oral pill. So always talk with your healthcare team about what's going on. And I feel like it's better to talk with your healthcare team before you just go start taking things. So that's just a little bit of information about diet and nutrition. You can find a lot on the Crohn's and Colitis website as far as suggestions about diet and nutrition. Of course, it's always suggested talk with your healthcare team first before you start trying things. They're always going to be your first point of contact as far as their recommendations on what is best for you. I hope this video is helpful and informative about diet and nutrition with IBD. I've linked the Crohn's and Colitis website down below in case you want to check out the information that they have on their website. Watch this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you want to watch my videos about inflammatory bowel disease. And I will be back tomorrow with day 3 of Crohn's and Colitis week. Bye.